peace. Welcome back to Rising Phoenix Oracle. I am T, the Oracle, and I appreciate your views. I appreciate the likes, the shares, and all the above. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to focus on the Texas border situation. And that's just a great topic, period. Number one, because we need to know what's going on in our country that we living in. And number two, I live in Texas, so why not? Okay. So if you're not aware of the situation, the governor here, our governor, Greg Abbott, is basically, in so many words, stating that he's going to do what he wants to do to be able to protect the borders from illegal immigrants coming in into our state. He, I guess, he put up some barbed wire. The president of this United States of America pretty much disagreed with that. And I believe, was it Congress pretty much backed him and agreed with that as well. And basically stated that he needs to take that down, right? The barbed wire. And I have different thoughts about this because I live here. I'm born and raised here. So I have different thoughts about it. I've seen different things occur here. How do I feel about the other states coming in to help and assist with this? I think that everything is a play. I think that everything has deeper meaning, double meanings, triple meanings. Everything is not what it say it is for face value. I do believe that there's a bigger plan at play here. I don't believe that it's just necessarily a border issue. The players that are at play right now, with being the governors of the other states that are building an alliance with Texas and sending their guards to join with our Texas guards and to just lend their hand of security and support to Texas. And then Texas going against the U.S. per se and the president. I feel like it's a part of a bigger play. I do feel that the overall issue with the immigrants coming in, especially illegal immigrants, I do believe that there's a particular plan that's going on to eventually make it appear that, I don't know if I want to say it, to make it appear as if Texas is battling its own national government, and then when they go at it, something else occurs so they can say, well, the resolution is this because of the conflict between Texas within itself, within the U.S. And so now this has occurred. So I think the reason why they're allowing this play to happen so they can say cause and effect, this and this is why this happened. But they really wanted this to happen in the first place, so they set up this play so people can accept it a little bit more, so they won't have to just in our faces outright do this and everybody be in upheaval about what's going on within their state and dealing with the government, if that makes sense. So let me just pull some cards about this. You know what I mean? Let me pull some cards. But that's just my thoughts. That's just my ideas on the whole situation. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it. If you do live in Texas, tell me what your thoughts are about it. But also, if you live outside of Texas, it's always good to see other eyes and other points of view for people who are not actually in it, to see what they say. Because, you know, just like when you're watching the news here in America, when you're watching the news, it's propaganda, it's bias, it's giving its citizens the information that they want them to know and want them to hear. However, if you reach outside of our news or the national news, and you look at what's going on in the U.S. from other countries' perspective, like looking at the BBC News and India's news and different things like that, then you see what's going on in the U.S. and you see the U.S. in a different light because there's no propaganda there. Well, I ain't gonna say there's no propaganda, but we're seeing it from another set of eyes. Like I said, the government here will only share and lean in biased opinions and information to get you to think a certain way. But if you look at it from an outsider looking in, then you'll be able to see something different. So let's just pull some cards here. All right, so we have the Six of Water here. We have the Sun card. And we have the Dreamer card reversed so far. So when we're looking at this Six of Water here, this already is screaming like issues of past history, issues of how things were set up in the past, issues with things, how things are set up, period. So that to me confirms what I was saying about it's a link to something bigger. So, you know, they showing us this play here, but it really is something underlying, something bigger that's going on with this particular situation. However, in anything, especially with the government, it's like they set up plays where they romanticize certain things. So it's like, because this is happening and because we are such citizens and patriots and we stand up for what we believe in and freedom of speech, and you know, they set you along this path where you feel like you have to step in, you have to be patriotic, you have to be accepting of certain things, but they're only telling you half truths in order to steer you in this type of direction. So I feel like that's what the Six of Water is saying. And then when you get the Sun card, it confirms what I said about, you know, well, this and this happened, so now we have to do this. And this is for the better good of the people. There we go, romanticizing again, right? And there we go, showing the brighter side of what's happening, right? Is it really the brighter side, or is this all part of the plan, right? Then you have this Dreamer card, which is reversed. And with this Dreamer card, it usually deals with, like, you know, following your dreams and taking a leap of faith and just, you know, opportunities, even unexpected opportunities arising because of a certain situation or doors opening or different things like this. But if you notice, this card is always at 0 too. You see the number right there at the very bottom? This is reset time. This is reset time. And this card was reversed. It's reset time. So what you thought you had, you really don't have. That's what they're telling you. So all this freedom of speech and you're free to do what you want to do. Look how stuff is turning around now. Y'all pay attention to what's going on. You know, this card, like I said, deals with following your dreams and your passion and doors opening, but that card is reversed. So on one hand, they're showing you this and being like, oh, this is the light at the end of the tunnel, but is it really? Right? So that's what I'm pulling so far with this. Like this whole border situation, there's more than what meets the eye. Okay. Now, there was an article that came out that stated that Russia was actually, I think Abbott had a meeting with, was it someone in Russia, a high official in Russia or something like that. Don't get me to, you know, misconstruing the story, but it was something I read probably earlier this week. And basically they stated that they were going to, you know, lend support to the government of Texas. And all of this leads towards Texas wanting its own independence and seceding. Was this in a plan? The South will rise again and secede Was this all in the plan in the very beginning anyway? Is this something that's been aligned for a while and we're finally still here and living to see how it unfolds? Could possibly well be. What's up with Russia and Texas? What's up with Russia and Texas? What's really going on? Let's just do this. What's really going on with Russia and Texas? Let's pull this card deck right here. And I'm gonna leave it at this. If y'all want to go further in depth with this Texas thing, or you have more questions, leave it in the comment section so I can do a continuation of this video. Okay. What's really going on with the ties of Russia and Texas? I remember back in the day, wasn't it? They were saying that President Trump was like in cahoots with Russia or something, or can't quite remember. This is all very interesting. Texas, as always, when you get in bed with somebody, you always have to, sometimes the plan seems like, oh, this is a surefire plan. This is going to work. You know, we can work together and this is going to be a good plan for all of us, right? And everybody is like, okay, this benefits both of us. You know, everything is going to work out accordingly. This will be good for the people. But at the same time, man holding a heart reverse. Somebody always has their own motives. Someone always has their own plans playing in the